The scream came first. Then the sickening thud of a body hitting hardwood. Then silence that felt like drowning. I dropped the gravy boat and ran. My daughter Maya lay crumpled at the bottom of our staircase, clutching her arm, her face twisted in pain. Above her, halfway up the stairs, my sister Erica stood frozen, one hand still extended forward. She tripped. Erica's voice came out high and panicked. I swear she just tripped. But I saw Maya's eyes. Terrified. Locked on her aunt. The house erupted into chaos. My husband Marcus rushed past me, dropping to Maya's side. My mother appeared from the kitchen, flour still dusting her hands. Uncle Kevin backed away, phone already dialing 911. My father stood motionless in the doorway, his face unreadable. "Don't move her," Marcus said, his paramedic training kicking in. He checked Maya's pupils, her neck, whispering reassurances while she sobbed. I couldn't take my eyes off Erica. She descended the stairs slowly, shaking her head. She was running. I told her to slow down. She just wouldn't listen. My instincts screamed that something was wrong. But the ambulance was coming and my baby was hurt, and I couldn't think past the terror. As the paramedics loaded Maya onto the stretcher, Erica leaned close to me. Her breath smelled like wine. "You always ruin everything," she whispered. The hospital waiting room smelled like disinfectant and fear. Maya was getting x-rays. Marcus sat beside me, holding my hand so tight it hurt. I welcomed the pain. Kept me focused. My parents arrived within the hour. Not to hug me. Not to ask about Maya. My mother walked straight past me to the vending machines. My father stopped, looked at me with that disappointed expression I knew so well. "We need to talk about what happened," he said. "Maya fell down the stairs," I replied, my voice hollow. "That's what happened." "Erica feels terrible," Mom interjected, returning with a coffee. "She's been crying for the past hour. She thinks you blame her." I stared at them both. "Maya's arm might be broken, and you're worried about Erica's feelings." Dad's jaw tightened. "Don't be dramatic, Amanda. Accidents happen." Erica said Maya was running wild, wouldn't listen when she was told to slow down. "Kids get hurt. That's life." The word dramatic landed like a slap. How many times had I heard that growing up? Every time I questioned Erica's behavior, every time I complained about her cruelty, I was being dramatic. "Let it go," Mom said quietly. "For the family's sake." I realized then what was happening. Erica had already gotten to them. Already shaped the narrative. By the time I could even process what I'd seen, she'd made herself the victim. Marcus squeezed my hand tighter. When we got home that night, Maya asleep with her new cast, I remembered something. The security camera. I'd installed it after a package theft 3 months ago. Covered the entire staircase. I pulled up the app on my phone, hands shaking, and scrolled to the timestamp. The feed was blank. Completely erased. I sat in front of my laptop at 2 in the morning, staring at the security camera settings. The footage wasn't corrupted. It was deleted. Manually. Permanently. The timestamp showed the deletion happened at 3:47 p.m. 17 minutes after Maya fell. 17 minutes after the ambulance left. I'd been at the hospital. Marcus had ridden with us. Only one person had stayed behind, saying she was too upset to come. Erica. But deleting the footage required the Wi-Fi password. I'd never shared it with anyone except Marcus. I checked the password history, the device log. 2 devices had accessed the camera system that day. My phone. And an iPhone registered to Ericam 2024. My hands clenched into fists. She'd planned this. Knew exactly what she'd done. Knew there'd be evidence. And made sure to destroy it before anyone could see the truth. The rage that filled me was different from anything I'd felt before. Cold. Calculating. Focused. I started documenting everything. Screenshots of the deletion log. Photos of the device history. I created a folder on my laptop labeled Evidence, and backed it up 3 times. The next morning my neighbor Patricia knocked on my door. She was holding a casserole and wearing that concerned expression people get when they don't know what to say. "How's Maya doing?" she asked. "She'll be okay. Fractured arm, but it'll heal." Patricia hesitated, then leaned in closer. "Amanda, I saw something yesterday. I don't know if it matters, but Erica was around your side door earlier in the day. Before dinner. She was on her phone looking at your house in this weird way. I almost came over to check if everything was okay." My blood turned to ice. "What time?" "Around noon, maybe." She was there for a few minutes, then went back to her car. That was hours before Thanksgiving dinner started. Hours before Maya fell. "Thank you for telling me," I managed to say. Patricia nodded and left. I closed the door and leaned against it, my mind racing. Erica had scoped out our house. She'd accessed our Wi-Fi somehow, probably while I was busy cooking. She'd planned this. But why? Growing up, Erica was the sun our family orbited around. 3 years older than me, blonde where I was brunette, outgoing where I was quiet, she commanded every room she entered. I was the responsible one, the caretaker. When Erica threw tantrums, I was told to be understanding. When she broke my toys, I was told to share better. When she lied and got me in trouble, I was told not to tattle. Our parents never saw her cruelty. The pinches under the dinner table. The whispered insults in the dark. The way she'd ruin my things and make it look like accidents. To them she was perfect. Every family gathering became the Erica show. Her new job, her latest boyfriend, her amazing apartment. I learned to fade into the background, to smile and nod and never ask for attention. But this year was different. This year, I'd insisted on hosting Thanksgiving. Mom had protested, saying Erica's place was bigger, more elegant. But I'd stood firm. It was my turn. I'd spent weeks preparing. Deep cleaned the house. Ordered a custom table runner. Planned a menu that would impress everyone. For once, I wanted to be the one they praised. 2 days before Thanksgiving, Erica had called me. "I hope you're not trying to show me up," she'd said, her voice light but edged with something sharp. "It's just dinner, Erica." "Right. Just dinner. At your little house with your little family, playing hostess." She'd laughed then, but there was no humor in it. Sitting in my kitchen now, my daughter asleep upstairs with a broken arm, I finally understood. This wasn't an accident. It was punishment. Punishment for daring to outshine her. I waited 3 days before confronting Erica. 3 days of Maya wincing every time she moved. 3 days of my parents calling to check in, while subtly suggesting I was overreacting. 3 days of Erica's silence. I called her on Tuesday morning. "We need to talk. Come to my house." She arrived an hour later, dressed impeccably as always. Leather jacket, designer jeans, perfect makeup. She hugged me at the door like nothing had happened. "How's Maya?" she asked, her voice dripping with false concern. "She has a fractured arm, Erica. You know that." We sat in my living room. I'd positioned myself between her and the door. Some instinct told me not to let her corner me. "I know what you did," I said quietly. Erica's expression didn't change. "What are you talking about?" "You pushed her. And then you deleted the security footage." For just a second, something flickered across her face. Surprise maybe that I'd figured it out. Then she laughed. Actually laughed. "You sound insane right now. Do you hear yourself? You accessed my Wi-Fi. You deleted the footage 17 minutes after she fell. I have the logs." Erica stood up, smoothing her jacket. "You're being dramatic, Amanda. Just like always. Maya fell because she was running like a wild animal. That's not my fault. That's yours for not teaching her manners." The insult was so casual, so practiced. This was who she'd always been. "I'm going to the police," I said. Erica's smile widened. "Go ahead. You have no proof. Just paranoid accusations from a jealous sister who can't handle that her kid got hurt on her watch." She walked to the door, then paused. "Amanda, stop embarrassing yourself. Stop embarrassing the family." That night, lying in bed, my phone buzzed. Unknown number. You don't know what she's capable of. I stared at the text for a full minute before responding. Me. Who is this? The reply came quickly. A friend. Someone who knows Erica's pattern. My heart hammered. I glanced at Marcus, asleep beside me, then slipped out of bed and into the bathroom. Me. What pattern? Unknown. She's done this before. Not exactly this, but close. Habitat. Manipulation. She ruined someone's career 2 years ago with lies. Got someone fired for something they didn't do. She enjoys it. My hands shook as I typed. Me. Why are you telling me this? Unknown. Because I see what she's doing to you. Making you look crazy. Isolating you. I've watched her do it before. You need to be smarter than she is. Me. How do I know you're real? How do I know this isn't Erica messing with me? The response took longer this time. Unknown. 3 years ago, Thanksgiving at your parents' house. Your cousin Brooke got burned by gravy. Everyone said it was an accident. It wasn't. I was there. I saw Erica do it on purpose. I remembered that day. Brooke screaming, the chaos, the trip to the emergency room. Erica had been helping serve dinner and accidentally tipped the gravy boat onto Brooke's arm. 2nd-degree burns. Brooke had been gracious about it, said it was just bad luck. But this person was saying it was deliberate. Me. Who are you? Unknown. That doesn't matter yet. What matters is stopping her before she does worse. I have something that might help you. Proof. Are you interested? Every instinct told me to be careful. This could be a trap. But I thought of Maya, of her terrified eyes, of Erica's smirk. Me. Yes. Send it. Unknown. Not over text. Too easy to trace. I'll send you a link. Watch it alone. Then decide what to do. 3 minutes later, a link appeared. No context, just a URL. I clicked it, my breath shallow. The video quality was grainy but clear enough. A timestamp in the corner showed November 2021. My parents' kitchen, the same Thanksgiving Brooke got burned. The angle suggested it was filmed from a phone propped against something on the counter, partially hidden behind a stand mixer. Erica moved into frame, carrying the gravy boat. Brooke stood nearby, laughing at something Uncle Kevin said. The family was gathered in the adjacent dining room, their voices a pleasant hum. I watched Erica glance toward the doorway, checking if anyone was looking. Then she turned deliberately, stepped closer to Brooke, and tipped the gravy boat forward in one smooth motion. Not a slip. Not a stumble. A purposeful pour onto Brooke's outstretched arm. Brooke's scream cut through everything. Erica immediately started apologizing. Her face a perfect mask of horror. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. A slip. I'm so clumsy. The video ended there. I sat on the bathroom floor, phone clutched in my hand, bile rising in my throat. This wasn't new behavior. This was a pattern. Erica hurt people and made it look like accidents. My phone buzzed again. Unknown. Now you see. She's escalating. First Brooke, now Maya. Next time might be worse. She's planning something bigger. Be careful. Me. Who filmed this? How do you have it? Unknown. Does it matter? You have proof now. Use it. The conversation ended there. No matter how many messages I sent, they didn't respond. I saved the video to 3 separate locations, my hands still trembling. By morning I'd made a decision. I'd go to the police with everything I had. The deletion logs. The video. Patricia's testimony. Maya's statement when she was ready to give it. But first I needed my family to see the truth. My mother called a family meeting at her house on Sunday. To discuss Thanksgiving, she said over the phone. Her tone made it clear this wasn't a request. I arrived with Marcus and Maya. My daughter held my hand tight, her cast a stark white reminder of everything that had happened. The living room was full. Mom, Dad, Uncle Kevin and Aunt Melissa, Cousin Brooke, and of course Erica. She sat in the center of the couch, a tissue in her hand, eyes red. Amanda, Mom began, we need to address this situation. Erica is devastated by what happened, And these accusations you've been making are tearing the family apart. Accusations, I repeated. Mom, Maya got hurt. I'm trying to understand what happened. We all know what happened, Dad said firmly. Maya fell. It was an accident. Erica has apologized repeatedly. This obsession of yours needs to stop. I looked around the room. Everyone avoided my eyes except Brooke, who watched with an unreadable expression. I have evidence, I said quietly. The security footage was deleted. By Erica's phone. She also. Enough. Mom's voice cracked like a whip. Do you hear yourself? You sound paranoid. Erica would never hurt anyone intentionally. She loves Maya. Erica sobbed into her tissue. I don't know why she hates me so much. I've tried to be a good sister, a good aunt. But she's always been jealous. Always competing with me. The room murmured in agreement. My chest tightened. This was it. The moment Erica turned everyone against me completely. Amanda's been spreading lies, Erica continued, her voice breaking. Saying I deleted things, that I'm some kind of monster. She's using Maya's accident to attack me. It's sick. I felt Marcus's hand on my shoulder, grounding me. Then Maya spoke. Her voice was small but clear in the sudden silence. Mom's not lying. Aunt Erica pushed me on purpose. The room exploded with noise. Denials. Erica's theatrical wail. But I just looked at my daughter. Her chin was raised. Her eyes steady. Tell us what happened, sweetheart, I said gently. Maya's hands twisted together, the cast making her movements awkward. She glanced at Erica, then back at me. We were upstairs, she began. I was looking at the photos in the hallway. The ones from when Mom was little. I nodded, encouraging her. Aunt Erica came up behind me. She seemed mad. She said I was in her way, that I should go downstairs with the other kids. But I wasn't in her way. The hallway is big. Sweetheart, you might be remembering wrong, my mother interrupted gently. Trauma can confuse memories. Let her finish, Marcus said, his voice hard. Maya continued. I said okay and started walking to the stairs. But then Aunt Erica said something mean. She said, your mom thinks she's so special now, hosting Thanksgiving. Like she's better than everyone. I felt the blood drain from my face. I told her that wasn't true. Mom just wanted to have everyone over. Then Aunt Erica grabbed my shoulder. Maya touched her left shoulder with her good hand. She squeezed really hard and said, stay out of my way. Then she pushed me, both hands on my back, hard. I tried to catch myself, but I couldn't. The silence in the room was absolute. That's not true, Erica whispered. But her voice lacked conviction now. You're putting words in her mouth, Dad accused, pointing at me. Coaching her. I'm not, I said firmly. Maya, did anyone tell you to say this? No, Mum. It's what happened. I remember. I recorded her statement on my phone right there, with the whole family watching. Then I stood. I'm going to the police with this. With everything. And I'm done protecting Erica. We left. Maya walked out with her head high, even as my mother called after us, pleading for me to think about the family. That night I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about evidence, proof, what a lawyer would say. Maya's testimony was important, but she was a child. The video helped, but it was years old. Around midnight I remembered something. When my parents downsized 2 years ago, they'd stored boxes in my garage. Erica's old stuff from college. Stuff she'd never bothered to collect. I crept out to the garage, pulled down boxes until I found the one labeled, Erica, Personal. Inside, beneath yearbooks and old photos, I found her laptop. Ancient but maybe still functional. I brought it inside and plugged it in. Remarkably, it powered up. And it wasn't password protected. The laptop was a time capsule. Old social media accounts still logged in. Email archives going back a decade. Photo libraries I probably shouldn't look through. But what caught my eye was a folder on the desktop. Just labeled T. Opened it. Inside were dozens of audio files. all dated from the past 3 years. Voice memos. I clicked the first one, dated November 2021. The night Brooke got burned. Erica's voice filled my kitchen, slurred with wine. God, the look on her face. Brooke's always so perfect, so sweet. I wanted to see her cry. And she did. Everyone felt so sorry for her. But I felt powerful. Like I was the one controlling everything. My stomach turned. I clicked another file. This one from last month. Amanda thinks she's so smart, hosting Thanksgiving this year. Like she's finally going to be the favorite. But I'll show them. I'll show her. She needs to be taught a lesson about her place in this family. More files. More recordings. Years of venom. Erica talking about manipulating situations, making people look bad, enjoying their pain. And then I found it. Dated November 28, 2024. The day after Thanksgiving. I made that little brat fly down the stairs. The look on Amanda's face was perfect. Finally, her perfect little life got disrupted. And the best part, everyone believes me. They always do. Amanda's the crazy one now. She's the bad guy. I copied everything to a USB drive with shaking hands. This was it. The confession. Direct from Erica's mouth. I was about to email the files to myself as backup when I heard it. Crash outside. Breaking glass. I ran to the window. My car, parked in the driveway, had 2 slashed tires. The driver's side window was shattered. On my windshield, held down by a rock, a note in block letters. Stop digging. Marcus called the police. They came, took a report, photographed everything. Officer Hayes seemed sympathetic, but said there wasn't much they could do without witnesses or camera footage. Do you have any idea who might do this? He asked. He knew. But I couldn't prove it. Not yet. That night Maya couldn't sleep. She kept coming into our bedroom, scared of noises that weren't there. Marcus finally set up a sleeping bag on our floor so she'd feel safe. Mommy, she whispered in the dark. Is Aunt Erica going to hurt me again? The question broke something in me. No, baby. Promise. I won't let her near you. But doubt crept in. Was I in over my head? Erica was escalating. First the push, then deleting evidence, now vandalism and threats. What would she do next? I thought about dropping everything. Letting it go like my parents wanted. Moving on. Then I remembered Maya's terrified eyes at the bottom of those stairs. Well, Erica didn't get to win. Not this time. The next morning I called the unknown number that had been texting me. It rang twice, then someone answered. I wondered when you'd call, a man's voice said. Young, nervous, familiar somehow. Who are you? I demanded. There was a long pause. Then, my name is Tyler. Tyler Walsh. I used to date your sister. The name clicked. 2 years ago, Erica had dated someone named Tyler. It ended badly. She'd said he was unstable and obsessive. Now I wondered what the truth really was. Erica ruined my life, Tyler said quietly. And I've been collecting evidence ever since. I think it's time we worked together. We met at a coffee shop across town, far from anywhere my family might see us. Tyler was younger than I expected, maybe 25, with tired eyes that suggested he hadn't slept well in years. Thank you for meeting me, he said as I sat down. You've been following me. Following Erica. Not following. Watching. There's a difference. He pulled out a thick folder. I spent 2 years with your sister. The first year was amazing. She was charming, funny, beautiful. Everything I wanted. And the second year. His jaw tightened. She started testing me. Little lies to see if I'd catch them. Setting up situations where I'd look bad in front of her friends. Then bigger things. She got me fired from my job. How? She told my boss I was stealing. Showed him doctored photos of me taking cash from the register. I worked at a retail store part-time saving for grad school. They fired me on the spot. Banned me from the premises. No severance, no reference. Why? Because I talked to one of her friends. A woman she considered competition. We had a 5-minute conversation at a party. That was enough. Tyler opened the folder. Inside were printouts, screenshots, photos. Evidence of a systematic campaign to destroy him. She bragged about it to her friends. I found the messages later when she left her phone unlocked. She thought it was funny. So you started collecting evidence. I knew no one would believe me if I didn't have proof. Erica's too good at playing victim. He pulled out his phone. After we broke up, I kept one recording. From a night when she'd had too much wine. She said things she probably doesn't remember. He played it. Erica's voice slightly slurred. Tyler thinks he's so smart, but he's nothing. I can destroy him whenever I want. I made that little brat fly down the stairs at Thanksgiving, and everyone believed it was an accident. That's power. Making people hurt and getting away with it. My blood froze. When was this recorded? 3 days after your Thanksgiving. She was bragging at a party. I was there, hiding in the kitchen. She didn't know. That's a confession, I breathed. It's the smoking gun. Combined with your evidence, we can take her down. Tyler and I spent the next hour piecing together everything we had. His recordings. My deletion logs. The old video. Maya's testimony. The voice memos from Erica's laptop. We need to go to the police together, I said. With witnesses. Your testimony backs up mine. It establishes a pattern. Tyler nodded, but he looked worried. She's going to fight back. When Erica feels cornered, she gets dangerous. She already slashed my tires. That's just the beginning. We agreed to meet at the police station the following Monday. That gave me the weekend to organize everything, make copies, prepare. Tyler said he'd bring his lawyer, someone who specialized in harassment cases. For the first time in weeks I felt hope. Then Tyler's phone rang. He answered, listened, and his face went pale. Someone just keyed my car, front to back, deep scratches, and they left a note. He swallowed hard. It says, remember what happened last time. Last time, when Erica got him fired. She knows we're working together, I said. How? I thought of the family meeting, of everyone in that room. Someone must have told her I was asking questions, gathering evidence. Someone was feeding her information. We need to move faster, Tyler said. Before she... His phone rang again. This time it was his landlord. Someone had called, claiming to be from the police, saying Tyler was under investigation for stalking. The landlord was threatening eviction. Erica was already starting her counterattack. Monday morning, before I could meet Tyler at the police station, there was a knock at my door. 2 officers stood on my porch, looking uncomfortable. Amanda Chen? The older one asked. Yes. We need to ask you some questions about a harassment complaint filed against you. My stomach dropped. Harassment. They showed me printouts. Screenshots of texts I'd supposedly sent to Erica. Threatening messages, dozens of them, escalating in violence. Except I'd never sent them. These aren't from me, I said. They came from your phone number. I looked closer. The screenshots were edited, subtly but skillfully. My actual texts to Erica asking to talk had been altered. Words changed. New messages created entirely. This is fake. She's framing me. The officers exchanged glances. Ma'am, we have to take this seriously. The complainant also mentioned you've been breaking into her accounts, stalking her online. That's not true. None of this is true. I can show you. We're not arresting you, the younger officer interrupted. But we needed to make a record of the complaint. Please don't contact your sister again. They left. I stood in my doorway, shaking with rage and fear. Erica had flipped the script. Made herself the victim again. My phone rang. Maya's school. Mrs. Chen, we need to inform you that Maya's aunt tried to pick her up from school today. She said there was a family emergency. We didn't release Maya, of course, since she's not on the approved list, but we thought you should know. Ice flooded my veins. Erica had tried to take my daughter. Thank you for calling. Please add a note to Maya's file. Under no circumstances is her aunt allowed near her. Called Marcus immediately. He left work early to pick Maya up. I called Tyler to warn him, but his number went straight to voicemail. That afternoon, I filed for a temporary restraining order against Erica. The courthouse was cold and bureaucratic, but the clerk was kind. She helped me fill out the forms, attach evidence, request an emergency hearing. Given the attempted school pickup, she said, the judge will likely approve this quickly. Within 3 hours, I had a temporary order. Erica couldn't come within 100 yards of me, Maya, or my home. My parents called that evening. My mother was crying. How could you do this to your sister? A restraining order. Over an accident. She tried to take Maya from school, I said flatly. She was worried. She wanted to make sure Maya was okay. She's not allowed to do that. And after what she did. What she did. My father's voice cut in. He'd grabbed the phone. What she did was try to be a good aunt while you've been dragging her name through the mud. You're vindictive, Amanda. You've always been jealous of her. Hung up. For the first time in my life, I hung up on my father. That night, Tyler finally called back. Amanda, I found something. You need to see this right now. Tyler sent me a link to a cloud storage folder. Inside were dozens of files, all labeled with dates. The most recent was titled, Thanksgiving 2023 Master Plan. Opened it. What I found made my hands shake. A detailed document, written by Erica, outlining exactly how she planned to humiliate me at Thanksgiving 2024. The timing of the push. The angle that would make it look most accidental. The plan to delete security footage. Even contingencies if people didn't believe her initial story. She wanted it to happen when your in-laws arrived, Tyler explained over the phone. Maximum witnesses. Maximum embarrassment. She wrote that she wanted you to look like a neglectful mother in front of everyone. This is insane. It's obsession. You were hosting Thanksgiving. That was her event, her spotlight. You took it from her, and this was her punishment. I scrolled through the document. Page after page of calculated cruelty. Notes about my parenting, my marriage, my house. Weaknesses she could exploit. One line stood out. Amanda needs to remember her place. Second best daughter. Second best mother. Second best everything. The hatred in those words was palpable. We take this to the police tomorrow, I said. Everything. The document, the recordings, all of it. Agreed. But Amanda, be careful. Thanksgiving 2024 is approaching again. Based on this document, she's not done. I thought about the restraining order, the police involvement. Surely Erica would back off now. Then my phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number that I now recognized as Erica's. See you soon. The weeks leading up to Thanksgiving 2024 were tense. The restraining order held, but I felt Erica's presence everywhere. Car idling across the street. Hang-up calls at odd hours. My social media accounts receiving friend requests from obvious fake profiles. I told the police. They said without direct violations, there was little they could do. Tyler and I had submitted everything to Detective Morrison, who was investigating the original incident. She'd been sympathetic but warned that building a case would take time. These things move slowly, she'd said. Especially when it's family. People don't want to believe their relatives are capable of this. Maya was seeing a therapist now. She was having nightmares, anxiety about stairs, fear of family gatherings. The therapist said it would take time to heal. My parents hadn't spoken to me in weeks. Extended family had taken sides. Half supported me, seeing the evidence for what it was. Half thought I'd lost my mind, that I was attacking Erica out of jealousy. Then, 3 days before Thanksgiving, I made a decision. I would host again. This year on my terms. Marcus thought I was crazy. You're inviting her to target you again. No. I'm inviting her to expose herself. I sent out invitations to the family members who still spoke to me. Uncle Kevin and Aunt Melissa. Cousin Brooke, who'd privately told me she believed Maya. Few others. I set up cameras. Not just one in the hallway but 6 throughout the house. Hidden wireless, backing up to the cloud in real time. Audio recorders in every major room. I documented everything with my lawyer. If Erica showed up despite the restraining order, we'd have evidence. If she stayed away but sent someone else to cause trouble, we'd catch it. I was done playing defense. It was time to be strategic. Erica's response came via my mother. She'd like to come. To make peace. She has a restraining order, I reminded Mom. That's temporary. And it was based on misunderstandings. Surely you can allow her to come for one dinner. For the family. No. My mother hung up on me this time. The night before Thanksgiving, Tyler called. I don't think you should do this. It's too risky. I'm not afraid of her anymore. You should be. But I wasn't. I was ready.